Janet Jackson's third studio album, Control, released in 1986, marked a pivotal moment in the singer's career. At the time, Jackson was a young artist who had been struggling to establish her own identity in the shadow of her famous siblings, the Jackson 5. Control not only showcased her distinctive voice and songwriting talents, but also introduced her to the world as a bold and empowered artist who was in control of her own life and career. In this video, I will examine the themes and influences that shaped Control and explore its lasting impact on pop music and pop culture. One of the most significant themes of Control is Jackson's assertion of independence and self-determination. After spending much of her early career under the management of her father, Joe Jackson, and the shadow of her older brothers, Jackson began to take control of her own career in the mid-1980s. While Janet had two previous albums titled Janet Jackson and Dream Street, both of which failed to make a large impact on the music industry outside of R&B, with Control she announced herself as a woman who was unafraid to assert her own identity and take ownership of her art. This message is conveyed most explicitly in the album's opening track, Control, in which Jackson declares, "I'm in control, never gonna stop, control, to get what I want, control, I like to have a lot." This theme of personal agency is woven throughout the album, from the sassy self-confidence of "What have you done for me lately?" to the tender vulnerability of "Let's wait a while." Another key theme of Control is the exploration of interpersonal relationships, particularly romantic ones. Many of the album's songs deal with the joys and struggles of love and the need for emotional connection. In The Pleasure Principle, Jackson sings of a lover who just won't do and decides to take matters into her own hands. When I Think of You, the album's third single, is an infectiously upbeat love song that celebrates the joy of being with someone special. Meanwhile, the album's closing track, Funny How Time Flies, When You're Having Fun, reflects on a past relationship with a mix of nostalgia and regret. In addition to its thematic content, Control is notable for its innovative production and musical style. The album's sound was heavily influenced by the emerging genre of New Jack Swing, which combined hip-hop beats, R&B melodies, and funk-inspired grooves. Jackson worked closely with the album's producers Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis to create a distinctive sound that would set her apart from other female artists, including Madonna, Whitney Houston, and Chaka Khan, who all released albums around this time. The result was a record that blended cutting-edge production with Jackson's soulful vocals and pop sensibilities. Control was also notable for its groundbreaking music videos, which helped to cement Jackson's status as a pop icon. The videos for What Have You Done For Me Lately, Nasty, and Control all showcased Jackson's dance moves and her fierce, confident persona. These videos, along with the album's accompanying tour, established Jackson as one of the most exciting and dynamic performers of the 1980s. But perhaps the most enduring legacy of Control is its impact on the way female artists are perceived in the music industry. At a time when many female pop stars were still being marketed as sex symbols or passive objects of male desire, Jackson's album presented a powerful image of a woman in control of her own destiny. The album's themes of personal empowerment and self-determination resonated with a generation of young women who were inspired by Jackson's example. What Have You Done For Me Lately, released in January 1986, is a joyful and infectious pop track that showcases Jackson's bubbly personality and her ability to deliver catchy hooks and memorable melodies. The song opens with an upbeat and instantly recognizable drum beat, setting the stage for the infectious energy that follows. Jackson's vocals are youthful and full of exuberance as she sings about the blissful feeling of being in love. The lyrics speak of the fond memories and warm emotions that arise whenever she thinks of her romantic interest. It is a celebration of love, happiness, and the power of positive emotions. The production of When I Think of You is upbeat and filled with lively instrumentation. The layers of synthesizers, rhythmic guitars, and a buoyant bass line create a vibrant and danceable sound. The chorus is undeniably catchy, with Jackson's vocals soaring as she sings the infectious hook, "When I think of you, baby, nothing else seems to matter." The music video for When I Think of You further enhances the song's infectious charm. Directed by Julian Temple, the video features Jackson showcasing her charismatic dance moves in various urban settings. The video captures the joy and freedom of youth, with Jackson's vibrant personality shining through, and it became one of her most memorable and popular videos, contributing to the song's success. When I Think of You was a commercial success for the singer, reaching the top of the Billboard Hot 100 chart in October 1986, becoming Jackson's first #1 single. The song's success propelled the Control album to new heights, solidifying Janet Jackson's status as a pop superstar. The track's popularity extended beyond the United States, charting well internationally and introducing Jackson to a global audience. Critics praised When I Think of You for its infectious energy and Jackson's vibrant delivery. The song's ability to captivate listeners with its upbeat tempo and catchy melodies made it an instant favorite. It showcased Janet's growth as an artist, with her youthful charm and powerful vocals shining through. The song's success also demonstrated the prowess of her collaboration with producers Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, who helped shape her sound and create a musical identity that was distinct and influential during the late 1980s. When I Think of You remains a fan favourite and a staple of Janet Jackson's live performances. Its enduring appeal lies in its ability to evoke feelings of joy and nostalgia, making it a feel-good anthem that continues to resonate with audiences to this day. The song's infectious melodies and uplifting lyrics have cemented its place as one of Janet Jackson's most beloved tracks. Let's Wait a While, released in January '87, is a poignant ballad by Janet. The song was written by Jackson along with James Harris III and Terry Lewis. Let's Wait a While is a tender and introspective track that explores the themes of love, patience, and emotional vulnerability. The song begins with soft piano chords that set a gentle and reflective tone. Jackson's delicate vocals deliver the heartfelt lyrics, expressing a desire to slow down the pace of a romantic relationship. The lyrics explore the importance of taking time to build a deeper emotional connection and to ensure that the love shared is genuine and lasting. It is a testament to the power of patience and the value of waiting for the right moment. The production of Let's Wait a While is minimalistic, allowing Jackson's vocals and the emotive lyrics to take center stage. The subtle use of synthesizers, light percussion, and atmospheric sounds creates an intimate and soothing backdrop for the song. The restrained musical arrangement complements the introspective nature of the track, evoking a sense of vulnerability and emotional honesty. The lyrics of Let's Wait a While resonated with listeners as the song tackled a topic rarely explored in pop music at the time. It conveyed a message of caution and urged listeners to prioritize emotional connection over physical intimacy. The song's gentle and sensitive approach to love and relationships struck a chord with audiences as it presented a refreshing alternative to the more overtly sexual themes prevalent in popular music. The song's music video, directed by Dominic Sena, further emphasized the song's emotional depth. The video portrays Janet in a contemplative and pensive state, reflecting the song's introspective nature. The visuals enhance the song's message, emphasizing the importance of taking the time to understand one's emotions and to nurture a deep and meaningful connection. Let's Wait a While was met with critical acclaim and resonated with audiences worldwide. The song peaked at #2 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart and became one of Janet Jackson's signature ballads. Its success showcased Jackson's versatility as an artist, highlighting her ability to convey heartfelt emotions. Janet said, when making the album, that she wanted to be taken seriously as her own artist and do the album on her own away from her family and her father's management, partnering up with Jam and Lewis.
Titled Control.
I always had different thoughts and ideas in my head, but by me being so young, I felt, well, maybe I shouldn't speak out or say this or that, but it's different now. Whether I speak out now, and I say what I feel and what's on my mind.
Jermaine and Michael particularly. If you don't ask them for their advice, do their feelings get hurt?
No, not at all, because they're so busy with their own careers, with their own thing. And also I wanted to do it by myself. I had a lot to get off my chest. and I just wanted to do it.
Not everything Jackson has done on her own has met with approval. A brief marriage to James DeBarge was annulled after only a few months. Though she's known the young singer all her life, a less conventional liaison between the two was out of the question.
It's against my family's religion for two people to live together, and I don't feel that I made a mistake. I'm glad I experienced it. It taught me a great deal. I learned a lot from it. I'm a lot wiser. I'm more confident. And that's really pretty much my feelings that are on the album.
While Jackson is determined to be her own person, she is, still in all, the baby sister of both Michael and Jermaine, happy for their advice and tolerant of their brotherly concerns.
Michael gives me advice on never giving up on my dreams and to never let anyone stand in the way of my dreams, and you can do it no matter what.
Was there a time when you were afraid you wouldn't get taken seriously as your own person rather than the sister of?
No, because my brothers are talented and they've had such great success, they expect for me to be just as good, which it keeps me on my toes. It's good in a sense because I want to give them what they want, so it keeps me on my toes, but I hate to be compared with my family, but when you're in a business like this, you really can't help but to be.
As mentioned previously, the Control album is known for its music videos alongside the iconic songs, and Janet expressed that she loves filming music videos due to her being comfortable in front of the camera following her work on Different Strokes and Good Times. Janet recounts filming the first video for What Have You Done For Me Lately alongside Paula Abdul, who also choreographed. The song What Have You Done For Me Lately was actually written for Jam and Terry's own project, however, was handed to Janet after being rewritten to reflect Janet's feelings following her split from then ex-husband James DeBarge. What Have You Done For Me Lately debuted on the US Billboard Hot 100 at number 95 before peaking at number 4. It spent 21 weeks on the chart and became the first top 10 single for Janet. Janet also recounts in an interview how she came up with the song Nasty for the album. The music video for Control was directed by Mary Lambert, who had previously directed the video for Nasty. The video shows Jackson playing a young singer preparing for her first gig, only to end up arguing with her parents because she wants to move out of the family home and live on her own. Her father is dead set against her plan. When he tells her they will not discuss the subject any further, she angrily storms out of the house, saying she will drive herself to the concert instead of taking the limo that has been provided for her. Just as she is about to leave for the concert, she is greeted in the driveway by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. The music video clearly is based on Janet's own experience with her life, growing up a Jackson and her father Joe's expectation of her. The video for The Pleasure Principle, in my opinion, is the peak of the album when it comes to the visuals and references can be found within other music videos that have been released since. The video features a solo dance by Janet in a loft, and this video has since been recreated by many female artists, including Maya and Britney Spears. Britney referenced The Pleasure Principle as inspiration for her stronger video, which sees Britney use a chair as part of her dance routine, similar to Janet in the Pleasure Principle video. Comparisons can also be made to Cassie's Me and You video, which shows Cassie solo dancing very similar to Janet in a dance studio. While Funny How Time Flies, When You're Having Fun, was officially released in the United Kingdom and Australia, it was released solely for airplay in the United States in 1987 and would serve as the final single from the album. No music video was filmed for the single. The Control album has had a significant impact on the music industry and has helped to shape the course of popular music since its release in 1986. The accompanying music videos shot for the album's singles became popular on MTV and obtained a then-unknown Paula Abdul a recording contract for her choreography work with Jackson. Billboard even stated when discussing Janet's visual impact on MTV, quote, "Jackson's accessible sound and spectacularly choreographed videos were irresistible to MTV, and helped the channel evolve from rock programming to a broader beat-driven musical mix." End quote. In retrospect of her influence on the channel, Kyle Anderson of Entertainment Weekly said, quote, "The videos from Control were all over MTV, and Janet established herself as an instantly dominant pop figure talked about in the same sentences as Madonna and her older brother Michael. End quote. Control helped to establish the new jack swing genre, which combined elements of R&B, funk, and hip-hop with electronic music production. The album's innovative use of then technology, sampling, and layering helped to define the sound of new jack swing and influenced a generation of producers and musicians. The genre became hugely popular in the late 1980s and early 1990s, with artists such as Bobby Brown, Guy, and Boyz II Men following in Jackson's footsteps and achieving great success. The story of Control and Janet breaking free has also been the story of many female artists that have come after, most notably Britney Spears. Both artists share a very similar musical journey, and Britney has cited Janet as being one of her biggest inspirations. Britney's self-titled third album shares many similarities with Janet's Control album, with Britney showcasing a more mature sound and singing of feelings of breaking free and feeling overprotected. Janet's album Control marked the start of her upwards career trajectory and served as a precursor to the Rhythm Nation album, which would take the message from Control even further and become an inspiration for people to take a stand for what they believe in around the world. Janet Jackson's Control album remains a landmark album in the history of pop music around the world. Its themes of personal empowerment, romantic relationships, and musical innovation continue to resonate with listeners today, nearly 4 decades after its initial release. Through its groundbreaking sound, innovative music videos, and powerful messaging, Control not only established Jackson as a major force in the music industry, but also helped to reshape the way female artists were perceived and marketed. The album's impact on pop culture is still felt today, with numerous artists citing it as a major influence on their own work. Control was a critical and commercial success, reaching #1 on the Billboard 200 chart and spawning a string of hit singles. It also earned Jackson her first Grammy nomination and a number of awards and nominations for both the songs and music videos, and set the stage for a long and successful career. Jackson would go on to release several more critically acclaimed and commercially successful albums, cementing her status as one of the most important and influential artists of her generation. Looking back on Control today, it is clear that the album remains a powerful and influential work of art. In February 2021, Control 35 was released, which celebrated the album being released 35 years ago, and was met with fans both new and old streaming and listening to the album. I would compare this release from Janet to Michael's Off the Wall album, in which it broke the mold for their careers and moved them to being marketed to a more mature audience. For these reasons and more, Control is a true classic of pop music and a testament to the enduring power of artistic expression and creativity. Thank you for watching, and let me know in the comments below which song from the Control album is your favourite and whether you would like me to cover any of the other Janet eras. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe to hear future videos.